What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Fishing Long Island. Today we're going to be talking about bunker spoons and how to customize your Tony MAJA bunker spoons. Tony MAJA spoons come perfect right out of the package. You could take them out, throw the snap swivel on, throw them out in the water, and use them just the way they are. Tony has made some changes we'll talk about in the video. But I'm going to show you some tricks that I do and some customizations that I do for my spoons to help me, and I feel maybe will attract the fish just a little bit more than the spoon already does. So let's go to the video and we'll walk through the steps. All right, for starters, let's talk about the changes that Tony has made on his spoons. The original spoons basically came something like this, and you'll see this nice little sticker on there. And basically, what that sticker was telling you that these screws were just screwed right into the lead weights, the keel weights, okay? There was nothing really holding that except these screws. So what you would have to do is you would pull these screws out and you would put a little Loctite in there. I used to use the Loctite Red, and then you'd screw it back down and that would basically hold that in place. But the weights were still coming off. You had a fish on there for a while, or just, just the abuse from trolling. You would sometimes lose these weights, but Tony was always great and replaced them for you. But now what Tony did, he had to make some modifications, obviously. So now the new spoons are coming basically with the weights bolted right through. So no more losing those weights, no more of the lock thread or anything like that. So, that's one of the enhancements that Tony made that you could see right there. You can see now it's a bolt through, right there. There's your keel weight. You can see the screws are going right through. So that's one of the changes that he has made. So right out of the package, one of the simplest little things you could do to enhance your spoon is just add some eyes. Now, on this spoon, I just threw 2 eyes on real quick just to show you. You can put them however you want. Again, these are just sticky eyes that come in a package like this. You can buy these anywhere, Bass Pro, whatever, any tackle shop might sell them, but definitely at Bass Pro. And you can put those in. The reason why we put the eyes is because they say that when a fish attacks, it like hones it on the eyes. That's been a rumor. How true it is, I don't know. I'm not a fish. But that's what they say. So a quick thing you do is basically throw the eyes on. And you can see that's what we did on this spoon just to show you for demonstration purposes. And this is Tony's new color too for this year. Well, that thing's come out in 2020 actually. Okay. Another product we could use to enhance our spoon. Basically the spoons come with a single side wash hook, as you can see here in this one. Again, this is basically right out of the package of spoon. Tony offers a 2-hook pack that you can see right here. So it's double side wash facing the opposites of each other. Okay, you could actually just order these and you could put that to, have a better hookup ratio. You feel like that extra hook, maybe you'll get them if the first one misses. So this is the twin hooks that he offers. You can do that to enhance your spoon that way as well. Simply, all you got to do with this is you want to get yourself a nice split ring pliers. Again, you could pick these up at any store. Again, these I think from Bass Pro actually. Let me see. Yeah, I believe these are from Bass Pro, these ones. And all you want to do is basically grab your split ring, open it up, find where your opening is in there, and you're going to open that up. Let me just get that for you real quick. So what you do with the split ring pliers, you just put it right into the split, and you just squeeze down, and that opens it up right there, and that's how you would basically pop that in there, okay? Without the pliers, it's a real pain. Don't use a knife, you're going to cut your finger. I'm sure we all have done it before with the butter knife, but definitely don't do that. So grab yourself a split ring plier, take off the single, and replace it with the doubles. Before we had the doubles, what I used to do is, I know all you bass guys aren't going to like this, but we used to put a treble hook on here. So what I would do is I would cut off the synthetic, the synthetic hair that would come on here. It's because the issue is having the treble, it would come around and catch a synthetic hair. And then it would be a tangled mess in your hookups, which is horrible. So for using the treble, what we had to do is we found out we just cut this hair off and completely didn't really need it. We got it, we took it off. And then what we would do is basically just put a swivel over the hook, put something to stop the swivel. We could use these little plastic pieces, glow beads, a small piece of rubber would work too. And you have a typical barrel swivel, a split ring, and a treble hook. That was another thing I would do to my spoons to enhance them a little to help out with the hook ratios. Okay, you can see the spoon's an old one, beat up. You can see all the bite marks on it, I'm sure, from the bluefish and everything. That's an oldie. It's been around for a while. This spoon's probably, 6 years old maybe. Could be even a little more. So another thing I like to add to my spoon is flash. Basically, stickers you could buy at any tackle stores, fly tying stores, they all have this stuff. And again, of course, Bass Pro Shops will have it too. These stickers are great. They're very cheap. And what I do is you're adding to the flash. So when this spoon is going back and forth in the water like so, every time that thing pops up, you're getting that flash is being hit. And, you know, it's throwing that vibrance, its colors, or whatever it may be, as you can see from this thing. Now, the bass are coming, like from the videos I've seen, the bass are usually coming from behind, or the bass will always come from the bottom up and hit it. So when these spoons are swimming, they're actually swimming this way. Okay, if you could see that. So as things going up, your stickers are over here, you're getting hit with flash. So as those fish are coming, they're gonna see that thing shining all over the place. That's how that swims. Now the easiest way to do it, this one I just threw some on here, and this is again an old spoon, I just threw some on, you can see them on there, and how it just makes a big difference in the flash. There's no light basically at all shining on these things, and you can see them just flickering away. I have my shade shut. But to do that, it's very simple. Let me clear these out of the way for a second. As you can see how these hooks just stick to this synthetic hair. So what you want to do is you get your spoon. I usually will cut these straight in half. So, you know, let's do that. Get your scissors. So, I fold it. You know, and I know I'm going basically right in half with that. So I cut the sticker in half. Now what I'm going to do is I put on my spoon basically where I want it. I just put it right next to the keel. So like that. And then I'll turn it over without getting hooked. You can see that where it is basically. And you can just take a pencil and trace it. You know, and then you'll see a line in there. Actually, that one didn't come out too good. It's got this wax paper, so. Okay, so you can see there's that line in there. Then what you want to do is you're going to come with your scissor and just follow your line. So that's basically your sticker now right there. And we just peel off the back. Make sure your spoon's clean too, by the way. You don't want a greasy, all salted up spoon. Definitely won't work as good. Peel it off. Go back to your spoon where you wanted this. You just lay it right where you cut it. Straight up against there. And that's basically it. So now all I did was add a little bit of flash to this spoon. So when it's down there working, swishing all over the place, there you go, you can see that. And it's really pushing it down. Put a lot of pressure on it because you really want that glue to stick. So just definitely push it down pretty good. Okay. So now you can see it at it. Now you can see how that's going to work too. And then what I would do is I would put one on the other side as well. Same thing, just, you know, lay up the sticker, measure out where it's going to be, trim it, and do the same thing. But that, you know, it's, that little trick right there really enhances the spoon a lot. It's a great modification, very simple, very cheap to do, but it does make a big difference. And when you throw these spoons in the water, you see them. They are flashing over the place just like a beautiful diamond ring. But simple little things, and it makes the big difference. Trying to see if I can get you some flash on the camera, but it doesn't look like I'm getting it right now. And if you want, you could also just add an eye on the side if you want to, just by simply putting something, you know, wherever you want to add an eye. You can do something like that. It's just all these little tricks to try to, you know, make the spoon work better for you. So just a quick overview again of the spoons. Straight out of the package, ready to fish. Here's your spoon. This one, just basically cut it open with your scissor, pull the spoon out, you're good to go. There's no need for Loctite, thread lock, whatever you want to put on here, it's just ready to go. Also, make sure, you see that little plastic on there? Make sure you take those off. I've seen it many times where people leave them on and they're wondering why the rod's going off and snapping back, and they're not hooking up with anything, and then you come up and there's that little piece of rubber right on that tip hook, the hook tip, try to get this out, and they wonder why they're not catching, and that's the reason why. So make sure you always take these off. And that's on a lot of lures now. I don't know if that's something new with regulations. They want to have safety, but a lot of the lures are coming with these little hooks things, especially the Mojos. They have them on there. Just make sure you get those off before you put the lure in the water. Simple enhancement with this spoon was just the double hooks. So we took out the single side wash and we put the double side wash hook on there. Again, with the split ring pliers. Okay, this one did need the Loctite because it was the old spoon. You're still going to get these spoons. There's still a lot of these old spoons around. So if you get them, make sure, pull the screws out, throw the Loctite in there. And this one, we just added the sticker to and the eye. And you could also change out the weights. He has the a heavier version of this to get them even deeper. I believe this one's the 8 ounce. I'm not sure what the other one was, but he does have a heavier one. And then, again, just a plain spoon with an eye right out of the package, single hook. And if you're using the treble, make sure to cut the synthetic hair off because you're gonna get tangled. And that's with the single hook, with the treble hook on the back on a swivel. What's nice about the swivel is that when these spoons are going back and forth, these fish could move freely. You know, there's nothing holding that fish, whereas sometimes they get on the J hook, the spoon twisting could actually work the hook out because there's nothing in it. It's actually gonna work against, see, I'm pulling on the hook right now, I could actually pull it out. Whereas a swivel, it just goes wherever it wants. The spoon could do whatever, and the swivel is just gonna make it free, you know, motion on it. It's not gonna have anything to do with it as that spoon's moving around. Another little trick too, actually, I could tell you guys, once you have these spoons in the water, you're trolling, and if you're not hooking up, you could try sometimes, and it actually works a lot, is slow down your boat for a second, you know, come down to like 1 mile an hour, let these spoons start fluttering back down to the bottom, and then pick up your speed again, right back to trolling speed, and all of a sudden the spoon takes off again. I guess it's kind of almost like a snap jigging type of thing, but that spoon starts coming up and it starts raising off the bottom and going, and a lot of times you can get hit then too. It's kind of like the same concept when you're making a turn, and a lot of times you notice you do get hits on the turns, and people will say, oh, the one spoon sunk, or the one spoon was raised, and that's why it hit it, you went to the column. Yeah, that might be true, but the main thing is that the spoon changed its action. You know, something different. So if that spoon's doing this, and the fish is watching, all of a sudden it does a little something crazy like this, the fish strikes on it. You know, so that's a reaction strike. So that's another thing too you'll notice with the spoons too. Definitely try that slow down thing, let it sink a little, and then put it back up to speed and bring it back up, and you'll see you will get hookups on that as well. And one more thing is just the flash. Just the package it came in, you know, comes like this, a bunch of sheets like this. These things make a huge difference. You could do little lines if you want. You could do the whole spoon if you want to cover it. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. It's your own custom spoon, custom make it the way you want. And they're great. I mean, it definitely enhances the spoon quite a bit. As you can see that right there. But that's basically it for my quick little video on customizing your Tony MAJA bunker spoons. Any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Frankie, where the fish? Show me the fish.